Okay. Week one wasn't that bad, right? Okay, it was bad. It was bad. I understand it. Walk that line. This segment is my locks of the week. Generally speaking, I'll try to do about 10 to 15, an exact number, but it just depends on the week. This week, I found 15 that I like for you yet again. And I promise you, it is going to be better than last week. If you didn't tell me last week, I'm bound for a bounce back this week. Let's get into it. Locks of the week in college football. Friday night, tomorrow night, BYU on the road at SMU. SMU not looking impressive early on in the season. I know they look somewhat solid against Houston Christian, but come on, guys. It's Houston Christian. Meanwhile, BYU got off to a pretty solid start with the pass game, balancing the offensive run game. The balance was really there for them running LJ Martin, being able to throw the ball to Chase Roberts and company. I like BYU to cover, maybe even sprinkle this money line. Michigan, Texas, the under 43.5. You'd think that Michigan offense that we saw last Saturday is scoring on this Texas defense. I don't think they're scoring any more than 14. And I don't know if Michigan's going to allow any more than 30. That pretty much gives us a half-point possibility of failure. Now, the under 43.5 is hitting. Syracuse, Georgia Tech, under 61.5. Georgia Tech is a ball-control football team who also disrupts with Tyler Santucci. This under is going to hit, and Georgia Tech is going to control this game, winning by more than 2.5 on the road in the JMA Dome. They can run the ball. Syracuse can't stop the run. They're going to go tick-tock, tick-tock the whole second half. That under is going to hit. Georgia Tech's going to win by multiple touchdowns. Penn State minus 34.5 versus Bowling Green. The spread could not have been big enough. Penn State beats up on these inferior squads. Bowling Green ain't too bad, but Penn State's going to run all over them and throw all over them. Pittsburgh plus 1.5. The Cincy fans will love me today. Listen, I don't know what else to tell you. Pittsburgh is going to win this game. They got far more skill than Cincinnati. They got a better defense than Cincinnati. Okay, that might be a lie, but Cincinnati's defense is not very good. The over might have been a good play here too. Keep an eye on that. But I think that Pittsburgh outscores Cincinnati and wins this ball game. Baylor plus 14.5 against Utah. Dave Aranda, he's going to have a tough defense. He has a tough quarterback in Daquan Finn, too. He can put up some numbers. Not saying Utah loses. In fact, I think they win by about 10 points. Baylor keeps it within 2 touchdowns. California, Auburn, under 53.5. This was well under this total a year ago. Auburn's offense is at least a little bit better, but Cal, they're going to be able to play defense. Cal is not going to be able to score. I can promise you that. Clear my throat a little bit. Excuse me. Missouri, minus 34.5. This number could not have been big enough. They're winning by 40. They're better, a lot better than Buffalo. Kansas, Illinois, over 55.5. The playmaking ability of Luke Altmaier partnered with that Kansas offense. Now, that over is definitely going to hit. Then we get Nevada plus 1 versus Georgia Southern. I saw that was going more towards the center. Maybe Nevada's favored by 1. Get it while you still can. Get it as low as possible. Nevada is going to win this ball game. They are a better team than Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern can't stop the run. Georgia Southern throws the ball, plays into Jeff Choate's defensive strength. Give me Nevada. NC State, they keep it close, all right? That Western Carolina game was fool's gold. Their talent is more so going to show against Tennessee in this ball game. Oregon, Boise State, the under 61.5. I don't think Boise State's really going to score the way that they scored against Georgia Southern. And then we saw Oregon's offense struggle. I think Oregon's offense will bounce back, and their defense is going to shut down Boise State. So I'm taking the risk under 61.5, but Oregon still finds a way to cover. 19.5 points. And finally, Liberty beats the Blitz out of New Mexico State. They beat them bad. They looked bad against Campbell. Shake off the rust, little wake-up call. They're going to come into this game looking to dominate. They'll beat the crap out of New Mexico State. So I'm hoping for 15-0 because how last week went, I need to make up for it right here. But that'll be all for me. Make sure you like the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.